Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for being here today. I'm so pleased to speak with you today regarding how Montgomery County took a significant step towards enhancing emergency preparedness as it successfully conducted a complex and very coordinated training exercise here at the Cynthia Woods Mitchell Pavilion here in the Woodlands. The training exercise aimed to simulate this complex and coordinated emergency event, providing an opportunity for Montgomery County's first responders and our community partners to test their capabilities, their coordination and response strategies. It is our conviction that by replicating real-life scenarios, the exercise allows participants to assess their readiness and to identify areas for improvement. I want to give a huge thank you to all of our federal, state, and local first responders from all disciplines who worked for literally months to prepare this event. By completing a realistic training scenario, emphasizing the importance of collaboration and readiness in time of crisis, we are now better off and prepared to work together in the future. At this time, I would like to turn the podium over to my good friend and Sheriff of Montgomery County, Sheriff Rand Henderson. Sheriff Henderson.
Thank you, Judge. I'm honored to be sharing this podium with such an outstanding group of public servants, and it's my pleasure to speak with you today about this exercise. Over the last several months, first responders from all disciplines have been working together to develop this robust training. It's an exercise that's really to test our capabilities when the seconds count. The importance of realistic training can't be overstated. By simulating complex emergency situations, first responders and community partners can refine their skills, enhance decision-making abilities, and strengthen their collaboration for real-world expertise. The complex coordinated training exercise, which simulated a large-scale active shooter situation, was closely monitored by subject matter expert evaluators who provided valuable feedback and insights to enhance our emergency response capabilities. Lessons learned from this exercise will be used to refine emergency plans, strengthen tactics, identify training needs, and fortify coordination efforts among all participating entities. The state of Texas and Montgomery County recognize the massive importance of preparedness and cooperation. So with that, I'd like to have Texas DPS Major Terry Truett speak about their coordination of this exercise and thank them for spearheading this valuable training for Montgomery County. Major.
Thank you, Sheriff, and thank you for being here to help us to connect with the members of the communities we serve. The initial planning for these mock coordinated terrorist attacks started between DPS and FBI and grew into the large operation that occurred yesterday. This was a collaboration in the truest sense of the word. In a demonstration of their dedication, members of our local, state, and federal partnering agencies filled the room during our several planning meetings. Each agency offered useful insights and helped make this event a success. The extensive planning was made possible by open dialogue built off of mutual respect and appreciation for the roles we each perform. I can say without question that we are better prepared today to address an active shooter event. The resources available to address an attack, the talented professionals prepared to respond to it, and the equipment and technology that can be deployed inspire confidence in me as a leader. And I certainly hope it increases the public's confidence in us. In this scenario, we, along with other essential cogs in public safety, examined our protocols and procedures to determine how we could better respond to such a horrifying event to stop the killing, stop the dying, evacuate the casualties, and preserve the crime scene so justice can be served. As leaders, our roles are to identify training gaps before they become problems and find ways to fix them. Yesterday and this morning, we did just that and showed the community we serve that our level of tactical readiness in its many forms and our ability to respond swiftly, deliberately, and with unbridled professionalism will always be something we strive to improve. Thank you to all the many partners who helped make this a success. The leaders here with me today are just a small representation of the total force used to put this scenario together. Now I'd like to introduce the Acting Special Agent in charge of the Houston Field Office, David Martinez.
Thank you, Major. Good morning. My name is David Martinez. I'm the Acting Special Agent in charge of the FBI Field Office here in Houston. I'd like to take a moment to recognize the victims, families, and friends of the attack on the community in Lewiston, Maine, for a moment. Our hearts are with the people of Lewiston and our country in the mourning of the victim of Wednesday's shootings. But it serves as a tragic reminder why these trainings are so unfortunately necessary. The training exercise we just went through was a year in the making. It involved meticulous planning of very realistic scenarios with dozens of first responders, our local hospital partners, victim services, and more than 200 community volunteers. The point of these drills is to ensure we can learn from our mistakes today so that we can save lives tomorrow. This is a statewide exercise which included FBI field offices in San Antonio, Dallas, El Paso, and here in Houston, and their respective law enforcement and civilian partners. It's called a complex coordinated counterterrorism exercise because it requires coordination, communication, and information sharing amongst our partners. None of our agencies work alone. We have long-standing, year-round partnerships, and we all have resources we bring to the table, whether it's personnel, technology, intelligence, or all of the above. The public also plays an important role in keeping our community safe. So I want to thank all of our community partners and volunteers who help make this a very realistic and informative exercise. Community cooperation is essential to law enforcement success. That's why we need the community's help to share what you know to help identify threats before they can cause harm to our communities. I'd also like to recognize our victim services personnel who deploy all over the country in response to critical incidents and are right now today providing crucial support to the victims right now in Lewiston. Lastly, I'd like to thank our partners who participated in this exercise and also our partners in the media for being here today to help share this story and show our communities the efforts our federal, state, local partners go through in helping keep our communities safe every day. I'd like now to introduce our partner from MCHD, Chief James Campbell.
Good morning. I'm James Campbell. I'm the Chief of EMS for the Montgomery County Hospital District. MCHD is the 911 ambulance provider for the entire county, and I'd like to provide some specifics about yesterday's event from an operational standpoint. Overall, yesterday, from an EMS standpoint, our role is to work with triage, treatment, and transport of patients to the hospital in conjunction with our first responder partners from the fire department and law enforcement. Yesterday, thankful to our volunteers, we had 105 total patients, 72 of which we transported to area hospitals, and 5 of which, from a triage standpoint, were coded as black or they were deceased on scene, including the shooter. It takes a lot of collaboration and partnership from across the county to have over 200 volunteers to transport that many patients to all of the major hospitals in Montgomery County. Operationally, our goal as department heads is to put ourselves and our crews under a little bit of pressure so they can have this situation feel as close to real life as possible. And I can proudly say that all of our crews yesterday felt the stress. I could see all of them sweating. They took this very seriously. They were very professional. And I think most humbling as all is we were sitting at lunch yesterday going through the drill, and I think everybody felt proud of what they did, but every organization, law enforcement, fire, and EMS, they were dwelling on what could we have done better? What could we have done better? How can we be better prepared for next time? So we're eager to get the results of what we did well as a group in the county, and then more importantly, where we can improve so that we can be better prepared for something in the event of if this was in real life. And then to our hospital partners, when we're transporting that many patients to all the area hospitals, our hospitals want to make sure that they're prepared to receive an influx of patients. So for all the major systems in the county, our hospital partners did well receiving those patients, and we look forward to the opportunity to continue these drills in the future. Big thanks to Cynthia Woods Pavilion for giving us the opportunity to use a venue of this size. It really helps us simulate much more than you can in a classroom, and it gives us the opportunity to train as close to real life as possible. Thank you.
This time we're going to take some questions from the media. If you have any questions, please just state your question and who it would be directed to. go ahead, Steve.
Sean Thompson, Woodlands Online. How long was this in the planning for this particular event?
So we started planning around September, October of last year, so we're right at a year's worth of planning. Yes, sir.
Any other questions?
Total number of personnel involved? Roughly.
Yeah. We think a little over 250 in all, including volunteers, responders. On scene yesterday, over 25 first responder vehicles, fire, EMS, law enforcement, and command vehicles. Pretty large response.
Any other questions? All right, we thank you for coming. We thank you for your time. Appreciate it.